And anybody that's experienced trauma never wants to be pitied. Just ask them it and don't give them the, because that's why nobody wants to talk about those things, you know?
I love that. And I think that's kind of how we bonded.
Yeah.
When I go on first dates with people, I don't like to get deep in the sense of, do you want to have kids or do you want to,
Yeah.
I don't really want to know that on a first date.
Yeah.
But I want to know who you are, what makes you tick. And her and I on our first date got so deep.
Yeah.
And it just felt so comfortable where she came from a background,
Kind of similar to yours, just in the sense that it was very chaotic, and my father was very abusive, and my mother it was such a traumatic childhood in the way of my nervous system was just never calm. And then you notice it so much as an adult, and that's what I was talking about in the fact that you sit there and heal, and it's so hard to heal, and it's so hard to be open and honest about that.
How do you respond to her if she has a trauma response, or you feel she's, you know, maybe emotionally dysregulated? How do you respond to that?
This is where great communication comes in with being in the right relationship, where in the beginning, it was a huge learning curve for her and for me.
Yeah.
I was never in a serious relationship and I came from a very stable background as a kid. So when that would happen, you initially go to the thought of like, crazy woman, leave.
Yeah.
But if you're emotionally intelligent, you don't do that. And you're like, okay, like I love you, you love me. You're feeling some type of way because maybe I'm too stable.
Yeah.
I'm feeling some type of way because you're acting crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about this.
Yeah.
And as we kept dating each other, we kept getting better and better, but there was a breaking point.
Yeah.
We had gotten to an inflection point where it was like, okay, this isn't working.
Yeah.
We're not right for each other. Full breakup, moved on, and something was still lingering. And I think after 3 months, I had reached out, and when we met back up, we did such great individual healing that we were like, okay, we know where the pain points are, but let's keep the communication going and know that this is a full safe zone. So if you're having some type of feeling, I know it's not directed at me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And also to think, okay, a woman's crazy because she's irrational. It's like, no, if you communicate properly, you have a history.
It was also just your deep misunderstanding of where that came from. You know what I mean? You had grown up in such a beautiful, idyllic childhood that you couldn't wrap your head around someone not feeling safe in X, Y, and Z.
Did that intimidate you?
It frustrated me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it frustrated in the sense of this, right? Say something was brought up, and to me, I'm like, you're crazy. What are you talking about? Like,
Never call me fucking crazy.
why I stopped doing that.
It's not a helpful.
But back in the day, you don't know. So it's, you looked at that girl in the grocery store and you talked to her. I'm like, you're crazy. I just said, give me the chicken.
Yeah.
And
such a funny example. But
you know, it's so flippant where you're like, why would you ever think that was a big deal?
Yeah.
You're literally out of your mind.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you've dealt with so much growing up that I have no idea what goes on in your head. And you have no idea what goes on in my head.
Yeah.